All right, MHayashi. Yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Um, you can always unlike and unsubscribe later on if you don't like this. But we're gonna be playing budget mono white again, and basically we just want to make um, a few tiny changes. I think the main deck only change is Relic instead of Stone. Stone is better against Scam, but that is pretty much it. Obviously, Scam is a very big part of the meta, but I still can't help but think that with no real graveyard demands on our side, Relic is probably slightly better, but you know, it could go both ways. And then also, I realized, why am I not playing Haywire Mite when I've got Ranger of Eos fetching 1-drops? Yeah, I think we can do this. The question then comes what to cut. I did test a tiny little bit with a previous version with I did test, what do you call it, Blossoming Calm again, and Blossoming Calm is not a bad card, the problem is that the Scam matchup might be a little worse than I initially thought. It is beatable, but sometimes they kind of spew out too many creatures all at once, so I'm just kind of reaching for Wrath of God again. This also is good against Rhinos, which I also feel like is a little worse than I initially thought. But I feel like a lot of these traditionally, I shouldn't say bad matchups, but I feel like there's a lot of matchups that were very close to having favorable matchups. We just need something like Wrath of God, and you know it's a lot like Wrath of God. Wrath of God's a lot like Wrath of God, so anyway, of course Emrakul from Mill, and yeah, other than that, it's pretty much the same budget list as last time. Good old Ranger of Eos, fetching Thraben Inspectors, Giant Killers, Walking Ballistas, and once again, it's just a very nice, I don't know if you call it synergy, but it's just very nice how Giant Killer can take care of big threats while Walking Ballista can take care of smaller ones. It gives us very powerful targets for Ranger of Eos, and also just pretty solid cards, period. This deck is actually becoming very fun for me to play, and I think it's actually fairly close in power level to the Stoneforge Mystic deck. Basically, we're just playing Ranger of Eos instead of Stoneforge Mystic. We also have to trade in the 4 equipment, which obviously we wouldn't play without Stoneforge, and then Restoration of Miganjo and Wall of Omens, and then voila, we have Ranger and our package. It's also nice that basically all these cards we can fetch with Ranger they're all kind of utility plus a body plus plus their potential 2-for-1. Yeah, this deck is just the definition of value, I think. All right, let's get to the games. All right. Yeah, match 1, game 1. Oh yeah, and here's that Rakdos Scam matchup we were talking about earlier. Okay, good thing we drew that Inspector Gadget. And they just offer up the trade, so I mean, I think trading a Thraben Inspector for a Ragavan is a very good deal. I also think playing out Walking Ballista for 1 counter is pretty good. So let's see if we actually play this optimally. I actually kind of I'm new to Walking Ballista, and I didn't realize until a little later that actually if you block, it's better, and I'll tell you why. If you just let it die to combat damage instead of shooting it, then they can't. Yeah, okay, I learned my lesson. Then they can't. What do you call it? Use an undying effect. I mean, they could, but then you can just zap it in response because there's no more putting damage on the stack or whatever. So, okay, well, since they're not producing much of a clock, I think it's Ranger of Eos time. We can attack with Walking Ballista since either they can deal with it or they can't, and if they can't, we could just zap the Ragavan. Yeah, just Walking Ballista seems to be the way to go here. in this situation. Alright, just continue getting our damage in. Ranger of Eos. Alrighty. Ooh, grief. Good grief. Alright, I'll just offer the train. Play a 2/2 walking ballista. I mean, we're pretty close to just dying to ballista triggers. Okay, well, this is a thing. Yeah, we're pretty sure they got a scam effect. Maybe. I actually should probably use chop down here. But it's actually, no, walking ballista is decent too, but chop down would have been slightly better, I think. But if I bring him down to 1, though, they can't crack a fetch anymore. Yeah, try to reduce their red count, because they can't hardcast Fury. Okay, at least they didn't scam it. As you can see, they could have hardcasted Fury if we didn't take out their red sources. Okay, this. And they seem to be out of basics, so let's tag the shaman. Writing. Okay, so it's this. I think we're okay though. Let's just try to block with Castle Ardenvale tokens. Yeah, they just did a scoop. I wanted to wait for Winds of Abandon to sweep up the Fable as well. You can call me a little greedy, but we're not exactly overflowing with removal here, so alright. Alright. That's one game 2. So believe it or not, we're actually going to take out Relic. Relic's not as good as Stone because we have to always hold up 1 mana. And if they've got a Bowmaster in play, then we get punished while we're also trying to break up their combo. Ultimately, I think Wrath of God is just where it's at. And this is another, I think, good argument for Relic in the main deck, is I think against Scam, yeah, we want Wrath of God, but there really isn't that many cards to take out. I think Relic has to be it. We would probably end up having to take out Stone, which is a shame. But I think it would make more sense to take out Stone even if we had it. So might as well play the Graveyard Hate card. That's a little better in the dedicated graveyard type matchups. Well, good enough. I think we can tag an early Ragavan with these things. Okay, so they didn't scam us, which is good. If they did, we could have answered with a Winds of Abandon, theoretically. Okay. I'm going to play a Walking Ballista. I got a feeling that they've got Bowmaster. And this is pretty much a clean answer to Bowmaster for the most part. Because they usually can't help themselves. They have to target this thing. But then we respond by killing the Bowmaster, and then they don't get the token because there was no, basically the ability fizzled. Okay. So we're holding up because if they play Ragavan, we're going to want to hit that instead. Alright, so. Okay, Dothy. Alright. And of course, Grief. Yeah, these Walking Ballistas are a little. Oh, it's Croxa. It's weird. They must have dumped this under our nose. Yeah, I did it this way because I can I can march pitching the Giant Killer. I just don't think the Giant Killer is all that useful. We really want to exile that Kroxa. So I got a choice. I think I'm just going to try to play this out because if they grief me, this is way better. Ooh, this is way worse though. Maybe I'm taking too much damage here, but I feel like taking them off of red and at least making it so they can't deploy another Fury, hopefully. Ooh, they can deploy another Fury. Okay, let's do this. Unfortunately, we drew the Wrath of God. Maybe we should have waited until we drew our card. Now, at least we get to kill both of these. Unless, of course, they have an Undying effect. Good at 5. Too bad I can't play both of these, because that's just GG if I would have. But going down to 3 and dying to Bolt also seems bad. Alright, match the 1, game 3. Yeah, same sideboard strategy as before. And this is going to be a keep. We have early interaction. Not much else to say. Yeah, and at this point we just have to trust that our top decks are going to be better than the opponents. And I think that is generally true. Okay. I don't want to quite mana ramp them too much just yet, so we're gonna march. Yeah, we'll do this and just pay 3 and march that. We could have waited to see if they deployed something else, but I don't want to take 3 damage. I just gotta play the old Giant Killer out. Do I have Wrath of God just the orcs? I guess so. Oh. Okay. Alright. I actually wanted to hold up a path more so for Saga-van, but I think preventing that is also good. Alright, that's fine. Oh, and yeah, let's take them off of red because we do not want them to come roaring out of the gates with Kroxa. We took out the graveyard hate, so we are going to have to make do. So we're going to pass, and the reason why is we really want to make a token. Well, we're not too... One good thing about this deck is we're not too concerned about shoulder. We're actually going to take the 2. Just because we really want to have the luxury of instant speed, particularly if they rip Kroxa. We want to be able to... What is this? For some reason I got kicked out, at least of the viewing. So I do just have to take care of the Shieldred. At this point, I think I can race another Croxa anyway. See if we can bring him down to 1. Okay. Yeah, I'm just still worried they're gonna rip Croxa. Okay, well, at least I get to 2-for-1 this. Too bad I can't play both. I definitely, in retrospect, I probably should have played Wrath, because if they Undyinged, I could have paid 2 and finished it off. Yeah. Yeah, in retrospect, I should have played Wrath. It was pretty close. I was really worried about getting blown out by an Undying effect, but I think I would have still been fine because for some reason I was thinking in terms of needing to overload and Wrath of God, but if I played Wrath of God first, I wouldn't have needed to overload. Unless, heaven forbid, they had 2 Undying effects, and that is probably what I was worried about. So here we just played around Bowmaster. That wasn't a misclick. We just really didn't want both our tokens to get sniped. Yep, and there, sure enough, they had the exact Bowmaster we were worried about. Well, this is a job for Wrath of God. And they just conceded. Alrighty. Alright, match 2. Alright, this is a keep. I think we're up against Coffers, if I'm not mistaken. If I had known, I thought we were up against Rakdos Scam again at first, but then when they played the field around, I'm like, no, this is definitely Coffers. So the way it works against Coffers is I try to protect my Demolition Fields. I try to play them last. I don't want them to field my field, because if they play Coffers, I want to blow it up. Unfortunately, I can't hold on to it any further. So I'm making the executive decision here to just play a 2/2 Walking Ballista. I'm not actually used to being fairly this aggressive. I mean, I'm only kind of pinging like here and there for some damage here and there, but I feel like I'm draining their life at a healthy pace. Okay. Because also I know they play the One Ring, and we top decked another Walking Ballista. Yeah, I know they play the One Ring, and the more we drain their life, the less good the One Ring is. Okay, so it's gonna survive on 2. Man, Carnot can put itself to so much loyalty. Okay. So far they haven't presented any must-kill lands yet. And there's no point in pumping up the blast sound because they can just field it. So, I mean, the only thing we can do is just kind of try to set up for when hopefully we finally get rid of that card. The One Ring. A good thing we did as much damage as we could. If we draw land, we do. So since they waited on the One Ring, we can actually respond to the draw by exiling it, and then they actually don't get a card because it will have 0 burden counters by the time the ability resolves. I have no idea. At first I thought they were going to Damnation, but somehow they didn't seem to have it, and then they Profane Tutored, suspending that is. But by animating the the Relic, they just enabled me to kill their Karn. That is so weird. We were actually, truth be told, we were actually kind of a little bit in trouble. They must have misread their hand and thought they had Damnation, because that would have been a great Damnation play. And oh my goodness, we are drawing a lot of mana. Okay. Oh man, more One Rings. Let's draw a card. Oh my god, more of this nonsense. Okay. So I can snipe my token, that's fine. Oh man, I am so mana flooded here. It's really nasty. Man, we would be so much further behind if they didn't animate our Relic. Okay. Okay. Sideboarding. So not too much to hit with Path, other than I guess Worm Coil and that 8/8 trample that gives a Flowstone token, but yeah, we can take out 2 Blast Hunts for 2 Force pretty easily. We do want the Vanish into Eternity for the One Ring, and we also want Haywire Mite for the One Ring. And with that, I think we're good to go. This hand is good enough, I think. Okay. I'm inclined to get one of these Mazemind Tomes out at least. Okay, yeah. We're just putting all this to the bottom because we really want to get to 4 mana for our Ranger Capitan. We're probably just gonna... Okay, I thought we were gonna keep it untapped. But we do gain a lot, though, from draining their life, even though they're draining our life at a faster rate. I'm just not too worried about them killing me out of nowhere. Excuse the yawn. Oof. Ranger of Eos time. Definitely Walking Ballista. Yeah, double Walking Ballista. This definitely feels like a Walking Ballista moment. Oh man. We had to get green mana. And remember, they don't have undying effects. However, they can pump their Orc token by playing another Bowmaster. That said, we will continue playing out 2/2 Bowmasters, trying to rack up damage. They seem to be mana screwed. Okay. Another One Ring. Somehow they still haven't learned their lesson about tapping the One Ring. They don't even tap it in response to me playing Haywire Mite. So weird. Okay. No point in time because they have protection. I'm going to respond with them trying to draw once again. Okay. If they had responded by Haywire Mite, I could have played Vanish into Eternity. Okay. Oh yeah, we'll definitely put that on top. We're gonna Vanish the card. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna hit that one ring. They did gain protection, so no point in attacking. Shielded, okay, we can. I think we're gonna Ranger of Eos and try to get a chop down. We can take one turn off from attacking. Yeah. And I think we'll play out the Haywire Mite. Nope, never mind. Okay, well they've had enough. I guess the chop down was gonna get it, and that was gonna be that. Alright, match 3, and I'm calling this match 3, but like I reserve the right to change the ordering around a little bit. Okay, this looks like it's good old Murktide. Murktide is just kind of good magic. Okay, we're gonna play this out because this can also force a negation. They really don't like that. Relic. I don't know why they're expressive iterationing without their land drop being available. That's just a 2 mana draw 1 card. Yeah, let's get rid of that thing. Their shenanigans have gone on long enough. DRC. Yeah, we're a little bit of screwed here, but I think we can, if we can keep their creatures off the table, eventually I think we'll just pass back and forth until eventually, hopefully we, oh my god. So I'm kind of inclined to play Relic and Path unless I draw a land, in which case I think I play Mazemind Tome and then Path. Okay, never mind. I guess I just really don't want to have to deal with Murktide, even though I do have a trap down. I did this first just in case they countered it. I wanted to zap their counterspell as well. Make sure I'm refilling their graveyard with all these cantrip effects. Murktide is basically the closest thing Modern has to a deck analogous to Delver in Legacy. Okay, I'm gonna play Counterspell. Alright, got it. Let's play this guy. Alrighty, let's go. So I'm probably gonna want to go after their mana, because you see, I mean, they got a lot of mana though. Okay, well hopefully we can chop this down. Hopefully that last card in their hand isn't actual factual counterspell. Alright, even if it is, we got the path. So I think we have to play around Spell Pierce. So we are gonna chop on their upkeep. And if they have counterspell, we're gonna back it up with path. This way we force them to tap on their turn. Okay, they actually had it, but thankfully we drew it back up. They've always got it. It's a little annoying, but hey, this time we drew like the Luxac. Oh, good thing you left Thraben back. This is exactly why what we were concerned about. I think I'm gonna start working on that red mana. I'm pretty sure they're out of basics. Maybe I want to hold up Blast First. Yeah, they've got enough red that I can wait till the end of turn to start picking it off. These Field of Ruins are now like uber fetch lands. Can you imagine? My fetch lands. They destroy the opponent's lands while also fetching me a land. Okay. Oh, okay. Not bad. Might as well, yeah. Alright. This was the definition of back and forth. Alright, well, that would have been an easy block. Okay. Chop-a-chop. Alrighty. Ooh. Ooh, excuse me, excuse the yawn. I think I might go for the wind. No, I definitely have to blast. I can't, like, if they reveal Ranger of Eos, that's just a disaster on multiple levels. Could play Blessing of the two, but I think I kind of need it for intercepting Ranger of Eos. Yeah, alright, let's wins. We got chopped down for another Murktide. I guess we'll play Walking Ballista, and I think that's a counterspell. Oh, probably some kind of burn spell. Okay. Instant sorcery, creature, artifact, my so I got Delirium. Kind of hoping I can just grab like a Ranger of Eos off the top of my library. But a Castle Ardenvale wouldn't be. Alright, we'll take a Walking Ballista. I think they subtlety me though. It's like, oh no. No. Yep, I remember this. This sucked. But it ain't over till the fat lady sings. And she's very self-conscious. Uh-oh, Biscatio. Okay, I think we have to chop down and then play out the giant killer. That's the plan. We can absorb Subtleties hits a lot easier than Murktide. Definitely chop down. And we can also use this to tap, which is very nice. Okay. Alrighty. Okie dokie. Alright. Well, it could be good, but I think I'm going to try again for the Walking Ballista. I think I'm not going to attack. Just. No, I guess I will attack. Now, if they remove my Ballista, I can tag the Subtlety in response, and if I get to untap, I will try to put a counter on it, because that'll force the action. If they have like Lightning Bolt, they may have to use it right then, and then I can respond by hitting the Subtlety. And if they've got nothing, I can just attack. We'll play the Relic first, because we don't want this to get spell pierced. And then bam. I'm surprised they didn't attack, because I'm wondering, did they really intend to block? Maybe they thought we wouldn't put a counter on it. But forcing the action seemed good. Alright, so we can attack again. Oh man, if this Ranger resolves, we've got a lot of value. Yep. Oh, Spaghetti-O, Saga-van. Okay, that's a very aggro attack. We're definitely going to block with the Giant Killer, because they needed like somehow to get Delirium and the Holy Heat, or they needed to pitch Fury, and we could have brought them out of 2, and all was looking good. Okie dokie. Okay, sideboarding this time. Okay, I actually learned from a previous match against Murktide. These matches can be very close. I actually do feel favored, but I made a mistake in a previous one where I brought in Wrath of God instead of Relic. Look, I'm playing Relic for a reason. Relic is a lot better than Stone of Eric in this matchup. If I was on Stone, I can understand bringing in Wrath, but Relic is, yeah. Oh, no land's got a mulligan. Yeah, that one's just put a land to the bottom. We can increase the number of fetchables we have. Okay. Alright, well, let's see if they force this Relic again. Looks like they took a mulligan too, so at least fair and square, we both took a mulligan. Alrighty. Alrighty. Alright. And just whittle their graveyard. We're going to play Mazemind while they're tapped out. Yes, they can crack into your explosive, but it would have been worse if we would have played our other Relic. I think we are going to scry. I think maximizing the speed at which we get to gain 4 life will probably end up helping us. This can be a game where we not all games turn out to be this way, but oftentimes if we get one more turn, we can stabilize from their Murktide or whatever they present. So that is certainly, okay, never mind. I decided not to put a page counter, which could make sense. We don't overextend the relics into the engine explosives. Now, granted, they have to kill their own channeler. Okay. Yeah, but still, I think I value my relic more than I value their channeler. But that's just me. So if they don't do anything, we can field their Spire Bluff and draw a card. Or we can march. We want to march. Yeah, we'll just march. And then draw a card. Alrighty. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just do that. We got another relic where this one came from, so I think we're going to be okay. That was technically a 2-for-1. Okay. Alright, well we get to do the same thing again. March and in a turn, draw a card. This is so sweet because if they spell Pierce, we can pay for it. And if not, we just use Mazemind Tome, so we get to use our mana very efficiently. I like it. I think we're going to try to go for the double field here. Oh, never mind. Oh, Ranger, yeah, that makes sense. Counterspell. Alright, we're just going to try to draw a card and gain 4 life with the last 2 mana, I think. No reason to run into Spell Pierce. I could have played Relic first, which maybe in retrospect I probably should have. I don't necessarily need to draw a card right now. Yeah, it's so vital that my lands also have utility. Otherwise, I'm just way too mana flooded here. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna try to go for the lands. We can create a token first. I'm gonna hit that counterspell. Yeah, they don't attack into the token. Don't mind if I do. And we're gonna definitely try to whittle down their lands. Oh, they only have 2 islands. Don't mind if I do. Oh, never mind. They just forgot to fetch that one time. Alright, we'll play this. No more red mana. Uh-oh. Well, we can put Blast Zone on 3. If really need be. It rhymed. But yeah, cutting them off of red mana seems kind of good. Okie-dokie. So we'll take the hit. I think we can live. Might as well draw a card. Might as well castle. Do we go for overload? I mean, it's for sure going to get countered, isn't it? Yeah. And we could just use the Blast Zone. Alrighty. Oh. Okay. Well. 1/1. Dispel Ruin. I definitely want to play Field of Ruin, take them off their red mana. Attack first, if they think they have the luxury. Oh, what is this? Why didn't I play the field? Oh, because I'm going for double castle. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I don't know about this. That's my thinking, at least. They are not assuming their steam vents will last, though, so that's why they're pointing bolt at face. Murktide. Alright, let's chop that down. Can't spell Pierce. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. Hit that thing. And then go in face. Last jewel land out of my deck. Alright. Okay. Yeah. The blast zones are virtually spells, and these castles are kind of a great source of inevitability. Okay, but they might not be able to do much with this Express Federation. Yeah, Murktide region, because they can play Murktide. You know, fine, I'll take. Alright, let's draw, I think. Oh, actually, we're just gonna make a token, I guess. So we can actually march for 8 mana. X is equal to 7. Yeah. This is the dream come true in a way for us being able to control the game this way. Definitely it worked out this time. Oh man. Alright, 4th game. We are highlighting. I don't know about this hand, but I think I'm going to keep it. So we don't know what we're up against. Oh, I was going to say Rakdos Scam again, but Giganta. Oh yeah, this is a probably Death Shadow. Unfortunately, we're going to have to tank a hit. At least they hit an unimportant card. Or Jund. Could be Jund Death Shadow, but for the most part, Death Shadow is Grixis colors. So I'm guessing this is a Jund Saga-van. Oh, yeah, it's definitely Jund Saga-van. Because they don't want my Relic preventing their Saga recursion. Giganta to hand. Yeah, let's get some Ranger action going here. Yeah, strap in. I think this one's kind of a long one. Okay. Oh, that's a perfect chop down target at least. Yeah, and then we can play Giant Killer and Thraben Inspector. I will definitely block him with the Thraben. Ooh, Ren 6. Without Saga, Ren 6 is not quite as scary. Yeah, we're rangering it up. Alright, double Thraben. Alright, terminate the Ranger. Going all at the Ren. Okay. We could have just played Walking Ballista, but we got a little greedy. And they thought seize us. Oh, Ranger. Pfft. Well, with top decks like that, who needs to... I mean, why not just be greedy all the time? So we'll play around Thoughtseize here by playing this. Getting... Well, I guess this is not a total playing around Thoughtseize. I'm surprised I didn't just ding the Walking Ballista for one. Yeah, that's reasonable enough. Okay. Yeah, 2 to the Ren, and then 5 to them. Okay. Okay, well, we are going to zap the token. We're going to zap the Bowmaster. Alright. Yep. Yep. Okay. Well, this is definitely a keepable hand. Our only worry is if they blitz us with sagas, but we ended up drawing the March just in case anyway, so I think we might actually be okay. With 8 field effects, I'm also not too worried, even if they have 2 sagas, because I'll probably draw field at some point. Okay, not yet, but we can play Thraben. I'll Sanctifier on upkeep, just in case they have some type of shenanigan, force them to tap on their turn. Okay, they had another one that's a little concerning. But looky here, we are better lucky than good sometimes. Also hit this on upkeep. Thoughtseize. Okay, this is a little concerning. I think I'm just going to cycle this. Nope. Yeah, frustrating. Well, eventually we'll draw a field, right? Okay, exile that. I'm really not bullish on getting rid of the relic, because I may need that to prevent the Saga recursion. Okay. They're probably going to get Pithing Needle naming relic, but that's still correct, I think, to wait, because otherwise they could just get Shadow Spear, which is probably worse. Or they just get Pithing Needle. Maybe I should have cracked. Okay. I'm not going to take the bait. I think these are valuable enough. Okay. Oh, we're drawing the tons of land. The Bowmaster. See. These Threbens do a good job blocking the Bowmasters, though. And I'll chump block that thing. I will, and I will scry. Oh, never mind, I won't scry. I will take the mana boost, though. Alright, triple giant killer. You know what? I'll just play all of these out. Because I can also make a token anyway. And check this out. This is why they weren't doing much. They just had all these removal spells rotten in their hand. You don't have to use the Pirate Spellbomb. Well, I guess I'll block. Yeah, I split the damage not correctly. So, as tempting as it would be to unlock the Relic, considering they can just cycle the Spellbomb in anyway, I think I'm putting the Blast Stone on 2. Yeah. And putting a token out there. Man, if we didn't have Castle, what a different game this would be. Feels like we're implementing the Castle strategy in chess. Yep, we'll just do this. Because this way it delays them playing a Wrenn and 6 or something else. Okay, well, I'll just, I mean, I could have hit Bowmaster, but I think we're not drawing any cards anytime soon. We can't even crack the Relic even if we wanted to. Not bad. I think we're going to wait for them to play the Gigantha and then march. My plan was I wasn't going to wait for them. I could go very greedy and wait for them to Saga themselves out. But I think you could take too much damage from, like, you know, Shadow Spear or something. But since we just ripped a Demolition Field, I think we end up being in the clear. And see what I mean, folks, when I say that overloading does come up. That was a very sweet overload, if I do say so myself. Good old one-sided Wrath. Exile Wrath, that is. Alright, well, let's play around these Thoughtseize. Did they ever play that Gigantha? Yeah, they did. Alright, I think they drop a Engineered Explosives. Yeah, on 0, which is unfortunate because it hits my Clue token, my Ballista, and my human tokens, but I mean, the human tokens can just be rejuvenated. I think we're still in pretty good shape. Oh yeah, and we have another Thraben Inspector too. Okay. Man, this is good. I think I should have just made a token and then, well, I don't know, because I wanted to play around Bowmaster. Okie dokie. Well, see, I think they made a mistake here. I think they forgot that they're going to kill their own Haywire Mite, because they could have easily just exiled my Mazemind Tome, which wouldn't have necessarily automatically won them the game, but it would have certainly kept me from going nuts. At the end of the day, though, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't really make much of a difference. But I mean, they had one extra mana anyway, free. They literally lost nothing, I think. But yeah, okay. All right, 5th match. We are highlighting. Let's. I think it's keepable. We got 3 lands actually. So it looks like Murktide, but it's Gigantha. So I'm like, what is this? For some reason, I totally forgot about Blue-Red Prowess, and I thought they were playing they were playing fair Underworld Breach. Not that this really would have affected my play much, although holding up the march could have been slightly better to intercept that. Mutagenic growth. Not knowing what you're up against in game one can be problematic sometimes. I was worried about Lava Dart preventing me from getting my land, but I think we're going to be okay. We can still hold up path. Normally they don't have so much burn. It's just they're being so aggro going at my face with the burn spells. They're pretending they're burn. I don't know what's up with that. Okay. Well, I know they wanted to fire multiple bolts off, but instead they're going to have to settle for probably just one and then draw 2 cards. I mean, hey, 2 mana, draw 2 cards and deal 3 damage. I've heard of worse. Yeah, let's walk the Ballista here. Or double Thraben. Yeah. I don't know, this is probably too reckless, but I kind of knew they had a way to save it. Okay. We can path to Exile. And if this Walking Ballista lives, it's kind of gonna kill them. Because this goes to 4, we attack for 5, they go down to 4, and then I can ping them to death. And with an extra mana, I mean, I'll just force the action. Alrighty. I mean, if this connects, we win, so. Okie dokie. Okay, match 5 we're highlighting game 2. Got Giant Killer, all that really chops down is Giganta. And if their other creatures get that big, it's probably a sign we already lost. So we just take a Giant Killer for Damnation, I think. Yeah. So this is actually, yeah. I mean Wrath of God. Okay, yeah. That last hand was just we didn't have any early interaction. Yeah. So I think we're probably gonna have to march this. I think it's worth losing that to minimize the damage we take. Okay, no spell pierce, no spell pierce. Okay, good. Okay, expressive iteration. Raise Channeler. So I think I make a mistake here. I think I should just fire off the winds. But I don't want to mana ramp them, and I'm also worried about them playing something more dangerous. Taking 1 doesn't seem like that big of a deal. I think it definitely should fire off winds now that I have this path. Okay, so since they fire off Lightning Bolt, I definitely want to path this Spyro. Well, it's funny, it's Bright Dragon, it's not Spyro, but it looks like Spyro the Dragon. Alright, maybe Castle blocks. Try to raise Channeler. Okay, so I think I make another mistake here. I want a Blast Zone. But in reality, I should have probably just wins. Instead I do this, destroy, and then the ability resolves, exiling all of them. I guess I'm worried about getting got by Giganta. Yeah, we're definitely going to path that. Create a token. Okay. And play this. Like, I did not think they were going to be able to kill me from here, but spoiler alert. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Lava dart, lava dart. The problem, you know, I don't know how they did this exactly, but somehow they got another lava dart. Yeah, because it happened to be on the top of the library. If they didn't flip over that one more lava dart, they would not have had lethal. But because they did flip over that lava dart randomly, they did get lethal. This feels kind of BS. I mean, this would have against gave me 4 life. This is one of those really frustrating, you know, losses here because they just got so lucky just, you know, flipping that lava dart into their graveyard. Because then we just untap and Wrath. It felt like we had this game totally under control, just waiting for another relic to make sure that they never truly come back, but so close to just getting the trophy right there, but so it goes. Right, match 5 we're highlighting, I think same sideboarding. That hand again, 2 little lands and 2 few interaction in the early game. Same strategy as last time. I just don't like the way these lands come into play tap, but I mean, beggars can't be choosers, right? Okay, there. I mean, I don't have a white card to pitch, so I mean, my thought process is if I would have known they had Prismatic Ending, I wouldn't have played out that relic until I could crack it. But I'm like, okay, well, how many Prismatic Endings could they have? But they actually have Cast into Fire, okay. Now, maybe I made a mistake by putting that Ranger to the bottom, but I just really was worried about getting stuck on 3 mana. But yeah, in retrospect, I needed more value. I need another relic, though. That's the main thing I needed. Anyway, still should be in okay shape. If it could stop frickin' drawing expressive iterations, though. Okay, expressive iteration into expressive iteration. Well, we can't exile land. That's not too bad. Oh my god. I'm gonna play Walking Ballista for 1. It's too weak. Okay. Plus tapping out for Rangers is potentially lethal. Okay. Now we're gonna wind. You are the wind beneath my wings. Yep, just take care of that. Now we can finally play Mazemind Tome, and we can. See, I thought okay, you know, but what this signals is that last card in our hand is clearly Underworld Breach. So I mean, they have enough to triple lightning bolt us. There goes the trophy. Because look, count it: 1, 2, 3. That's 1 lightning bolt. 1, 2. Yeah, clearly they can triple lightning bolt. Unfortunately, I can't draw when I'm doing the replay, but I am genuinely curious how close I was doing the relic. Sometimes they're like 20 cards deep in. All your relics are like the bottom, like 25 cards. It sucks. In my experience, somehow they always draw into their Underworld Breach within the top 30 cards. I do not always draw relic in the top 30 cards. I don't know. Just is what it is. All right, post-league wrap up. I mean, and with that, we were so close to the 5-0 trophy, but alas, unfortunately, we weren't able to get there. But I mean, hey, we beat Scam. That was impressive, I think. We beat Coffers, although they kind of misplayed a little bit. So Gotta take that one with a grain of salt. We beat Izzet Murktide. That's generally, I think, a pretty good matchup. I think the version with the budget I mean the non-budget version with Solitude is a little better, but this has Chop Down though, which is dang good against Murktide itself at least. We beat Jund Saga-van. Feels like to be expected as well, and I feel like Izzet Prowess is a very winnable matchup. Ironically, if we had those Blossoming Calms, it would have helped, but I don't think I would have brought those in. Most of the time with Prowess, you win by dealing with the creatures, not the burn spells to the face, but they were basically pretending they were a burn deck, and they actually succeeded. Anyhow, I don't know that there's anything I'd want to change. I mean, I think the only question mark is maybe Wrath of God, but I think in the matchups where we need it, it probably is still necessary. It's just not that much combo running around for Blossoming Calm. There is Burn running around, but I just think there's more Rhinos, there's more Scam, there's more matchups where we need Wrath of God running around than there is Burn. And even with Burn, we do have Haywire Mite, so, you know, getting 2 Haywire Mites could be basically like gaining 4 life almost. Who's it? Alright, oh yeah, and shout out to the patrons, Adrian King, Gavin Downward, Daryl, B-Train 4, Savage O's, Jules Faro, Kevin Roback, Roland Schoenman, S. Robertson, HJCLIU, Sophus Garrett, Erwin Lopez, Stanley Franks, Jeff H., Brian H., Z. Cole Smith, Andrew Watts, Michael Patton. Thanks to everybody who is watching and the patrons, and everybody liking, subscribing, or just watching and not doing anything else. But if you can drop a like and subscribe, that certainly would be super appreciated. Take care. Thank you, everybody.